Hello again. I wanted to showcase this other website I created on a little bit more of a serious topic than the Go Rapper, but this website is designed to raise awareness about the inequalities in the U.S.'s prison system, particularly about race and mental health. I unfortunately had a family member who was incarcerated due to a mental health illness, and after that happened, I started to do a lot of research about mental health and race in the prison system and found a lot of really interesting and impactful data that I wanted to make easier, more accessible and easier to comprehend for more people. So that's why I designed this website. I made it all by myself from completely from scratch with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Um, so I'm really proud of it, and I wanted to showcase it. It's a full experience, and I won't go through all of it because I know we have limited time. But there's quotes on the website, there's prompts, and lots of graphs that kind of lead you through the website and connect the graphs. For example, this graph right here talks about recidivism, and it shows the racial distribution of prisoners based on how many times they've been arrested in the past year. So you can use these arrows on the left and right to change the amount of times someone's been arrested in the past year, and then the racial distribution will change so you can see how that changes. So, and you can also see the change from first time at the bottom, which is 0, and then you can see the change for each race. So when you go to second, third, and then 4 more times, you can see that it's most impactful to Black Americans. They're 30% more likely to be incarcerated when you're looking at people who've been arrested 4 more times already in the past year. The website also has a section about mental health, so you can see the or the distribution of people with any specific mental health illness in prisons versus in the population. And there's another graph that shows some more data about mental health. Um, and then at the end, there's a section that talks about the intersection between race and mental health. And then finally, there's an interactive map which you can click on your state or any state in the U.S. for that matter, and see both some data about psychiatric beds in that state and the availability. You can also see that state specific prison population racial distribution. So for example, for me, I'm from Washington. We have a little bit above average on the psychiatric beds, which is good. Could be a little bit better, but we still have got some work to do on the racial distribution of our prisons. And you can see this for any state in the U.S., so it's pretty cool to click around and see the difference. Finally, at the end of the website, there's some organizations that I identified that do a lot of really good work towards these issues and there's links to each of their websites where you can get involved. And I also wrote down some demands of the criminal justice system that I thought were important and would be good to keep in mind. And finally, you can see the sources of the website. When you're looking at data, it's important to cite your sources, so I made sure to include that, and all the sources for all the data I use on the website are here on this side page. So yeah, that's the website. Thank you.